everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my 2014 makeup favourites. This is part 1 of 2, so there is going to be makeup favourites in this one and then kind of everything else, so beauty tools, hair, skincare in part 2. I've got quite a few things to get through, so I'm just going to run them through really quickly with you today. I will link up as many reviews as I can from my blog in the description box. So if there's lots of things I don't get to go into much detail on, then hopefully you will find what you're looking for there. I'm going to get started with primer, and when it came to thinking about which primer I loved most throughout 2014, this was the only thing that came into my mind really. It's the Khiels Micro Blur Skin Perfector, and it is just my favourite primer on the planet. It just makes your skin look so even, so it fills in any kind of pores. It's really great for if you have very dry skin. For the majority of the year I had a really horrible red bumpy patch on the right top of my face, and this just smoothed over it and made a really even base for any makeup to go on top of. So it was almost like that bit of nasty skin didn't exist. It was only when I took my makeup off I was like, oh yeah, I still have that. But because of that, this just topped any other primer this year. It's just been so brilliant. I love a good base, and these are the two that I've been loving this year. I split this into a BB cream and then a foundation so that I could talk about both because I love them both in equal measures this year. My BB cream of choice has to be the Dior Nude Skin BB cream. I think I bought this in July, maybe August, but I just absolutely loved it. I might have even bought it before that, I can't quite remember, but for the majority of this year I have had this and loved this. I'm a good halfway through, and that's pretty good going considering the amount of bases I have on rotation all the time. And I've recommended this to so many people and I just love it. It's a really lightweight BB cream and it feels lightweight, but at the same time it's very thick when you put it on the skin. It gives it a really good coverage, but it definitely has so much more coverage than any other light base I have. It's more like a foundation than a BB cream in my opinion, but it's still a BB cream, so I'm gonna keep the foundation category for Nars Sheer Glow. I absolutely love Nars Sheer Glow. If it wasn't for the fact that I know that if I didn't wear some form of primer or anything underneath, it would break me out. I would just wear this every single day. Because of that, I do only wear it kind of when I really need the extra coverage as opposed to, you know, daily. But I just think this is my perfect finish foundation. I think I might have one that will top it for 2015, we shall see. But this year, this was my all-time perfect foundation, perfect finish. It's got the right amount of natural dewiness, but it's not too over the top. I used to love the YSL Touche Éclat, but that is kind of over the top dewy foundation-ness, but this is perfect. In terms of concealer, there is one that has really wowed me this year. There have been lots of new concealers that I've tried, but the Estee Lauder Double Wear Brush on Glow BB Highlighter, long name, this has been my ultimate concealer for the past, I think, 3 months, and I just can't imagine not using it again. I used to love the YSL Touche Éclat concealer highlighting pen thingy, but this is like YSL with coverage on its own, so you can use it with other concealers if you want, or you can use it on its own if you haven't got too much under eye baggage going on, and I just love this. This is my ultimate favourite concealer. In terms of a highlighter, I've got a bit of a one thing does all kind of highlighter. The Dior Maximizer Light Boosting Primer. It is a primer, but I use it as a highlighter. I sometimes use it as a primer, but to be honest, if I feel like I need a primer and I need a really good one, I'm going to use the Khiels one. So this is reserved more for highlighting purposes, and it does an amazing job at that. It's great for adding to foundations to give them more of a glow, but you can use it on its own on tops of your cheekbones to just give it a really great highlight. You can just use it all over if you like, but I just love using this for highlighting my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, all of those areas, and it just gives the most gorgeous highlight. For blush, I think my one favourite this year has got to be Nars Douceur. This is just the most gorgeous, natural, pinky, gorgeous blush. I just absolutely love it. And then for bronzer, we have Benefit's Hoola Bronzer, which I loved for the majority of this year. It has just been my go-to. The runner-up would be the Lizelle Natural something bronzer, I can't remember what it's called, Natural Glow, but this swiftly overtook it, I think, in mid-spring when this dropped through the post box. I got my own personalised version from Benefit, which was so lovely of them. And I'd never tried Hoola before, but the second I tried it I was like, this is awesome. It's matte, it's just the perfect kind of orangey brown. It's just such a beautiful bronzer, and there's nothing else that has really come close to how much I love this year. In terms of brows, I think you can guess what my 2014 favourites are going to be. The first one is the Bobbi Brown Brow Kit. Said it first time, there we go, usually get that really muddled. This is the shade Saddle / Mahogany, and these are the perfect kind of ashy toned browns for my brows. Because my brows are really ashy toned, it's really hard for me to find the perfect kind of powder to use for shaping my eyebrows, but this has just been my go-to for the majority of the year. I love this so much. And then to set my brows and give them a bit more life, I've been loving the Benefit Gimme Brow. I think this dropped through the post box mid-spring, summer maybe, and I have just been obsessed with using this. It is awesome. I think it's got tiny microfibers in it, so it does give a little bit of extra to your brows, which for mine don't really need that much extra, so it makes them look very Cara-esque, but I love it for that. And then I love the fact that it really does set them in place and they do not move, and it's got the tiniest little wand, which means you don't really end up getting product anywhere other than where you want it, which is awesome because I usually end up with brow product down there. So that's brow products, and then we have eyes, and I'm going to start off with eyeshadow. The one single eyeshadow that I have loved this year is MAC Sober. I've been so obsessed with this. I wanted it for so long and finally got it this year, and it has just been my go-to eyeshadow. I wear it all over my lid or just blended through the crease, underneath my underneath my waterline. It's just such a versatile eyeshadow. It's so beautiful, very subtle, but still is not too subtle. I don't know, I just think it is gorgeous. It blends so beautifully. And then I think in terms of a palette, Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita. I got this for my birthday and I love it. I've used it so much. Apart from the Naked One palette, I very rarely use them, and I have used this so much. It's incredible. The kind of champagne-y light shade that it comes with is gorgeous, and I use that on an everyday basis. It's just beautiful. And then you've got the gold glitter, which is just awesome for when you're kind of going out for parties. And then the red shade for me is what really makes it. It's just so unique. It's kind of like Clinique Black Honey, but just there's something a little bit different about it. It's a bit lighter. It's not as purpley. It's very red and just so stunning. I just love using it through my crease or all over my eyelid. It's just the most beautiful palette in the world. It's my favourite. And then moving on, the next category is eyeliner, which I think we all know what my favourite eyeliner is. This has not changed since 2006. Because it's the eyeliner I started off using, I just find it so easy to use now. It's the perfect formula. It doesn't really budge. I can take it away with a cotton bud, but other than that it doesn't really move. It's matte, it sets, it stays, it doesn't ever crease on me or move around, and it doesn't flake off at the end of the day as well, which is why I love it. I just don't get any movement from it. I can go out at 7 o'clock in the morning and come back at midnight and it will still be exactly as it was. For mascara, the one that I found this year that wowed me was the Maxfactor Clump Defy False Lash Effect. Just like my normal false lash effect, it gives very false eyelash looking eyes, but it gives absolutely no clumps, so I love using it on my lower lashes, and it just really helps in conjunction with other mascaras to take away any clumpiness and just gives you really gorgeous natural looking lashes. And then we move on to lip products, and naturally we all knew that this would be the category where I have so much to talk about, so I've had to split it into 3 sections. I've got nude lips, bold lips and lip glosses, and I'm going to get started with the nude lipstick. The one that I have loved the most this year I think has been MAC Cream Cup. It's not one that I shout about very often, I very rarely talk about it, but it's just an everyday one that gets used, and this has been one consistent nude that's been in my stash constantly this year, and it's just absolutely stunning, so I love that for a nude lip. And then we move on to bold lips, and the Nars lip pencils reign supreme in this category. We all knew that that was going to happen anyway, right? Whether it's the velvet lip pencils or the satin lip pencils, I love these. They are just beautiful. They have the most unique colours, and even the satin lip pencils have amazing staying power, so I just absolutely love these. I've got 2 of the matte lip pencils here. I've got Red Square and Cruella, which are both gorgeous, and then I've got Lodi and Mandor, which are my satin lip pencils, which are equally as gorgeous and so unique in colour. And then in terms of lip glosses, there are a lot of new releases this year, but I just love the Maybelline Colour Sensational Shine glosses. They have just been my go-to lip glosses this year. They are beautiful, non-sticky, have the loveliest little hint of colour, no ridiculous amounts of shimmer, no stickiness. I could go on about these forever, but I just love them, and I've got more than this. I don't know where the other ones are. I think they're littered around various handbags, but I just have so many of these. I love them, and they're so affordable too. So that is it for my 2014 makeup favourites. I hope you guys are looking forward to part 2. Let me know what your makeup favourites have been in the comments below, and I will do my best to discover some wonderful new products for 2015. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this video and are having a wonderful 2015 so far. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in my next video.